Hey guys, if you're watching this, I just got done. I've been recording for 31 minutes. That was only about a quarter of what I spent on ChatGPT. I spent an hour and a half on ChatGPT telling it everything about my life. Everything. Um, I was reading this book. It's really good. It's called The Parallel. Let me go full screen. The Parallel Universes of Self. And it was talking about manifesting your desired reality. One big takeaway that I got today from reading was the 5 different things that you can change in order to change your life is, of course, behavior and action, which is the bottom level, all the way up to identity. And in between that, you've got emotions and feelings, beliefs, reality models and core beliefs, or beliefs and thoughts, and then reality models and core beliefs. And the interesting thing about core beliefs is, unlike normal beliefs that you might be somewhat aware of on a conscious level, core beliefs are the beliefs that you're not even aware of. It's an example of this would be, how did they explain this in the book? It was incredibly powerful. They talk about how with normal beliefs you're somewhat conscious to them. It's like being able to take off a pair of glasses and look at them and be like, okay, but you're wearing glasses 99% of the time. But you can take them off and you are somewhat on a conscious level aware of them. But one thing that it explains about core beliefs, they're kind of like the blueprint of the house. It says it's glasses one wears and sees through rather than seeing the glasses themselves. Level 3 is a mere thought, while level 4 is a template, an imprint around which hundreds of beliefs and thoughts accumulate. A core belief is often hidden by many secondary beliefs, and was adopted at a time a person could not think properly, or was driven by survival instincts such as childhood traumas or shock situations. The reality model is like a map by which one tries to understand life, in like a first impression that sticks. This is why not too many people dare to touch on it, why many dare not question their most fundamental knowledge and presuppositions about the world. The changes may be too much for the person, but if you take good care of yourself when operating on this level, you can achieve fantastic success. And it triggered me to want to learn more. I was like, I've heard this term, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will control your life, and call it fate. But this triggered something for me where it's like, shit, you question everyone's beliefs in your life. You question your own beliefs in your life. If you're a self-aware individual, which I would definitely classify myself as I am. But the one thing you do not question are the beliefs that make you believe the things you believe. I'm going to say that again. You control everybody else's beliefs. You control your own beliefs. Or you question everybody else's beliefs. You question your own beliefs. But the beliefs you do not question are the beliefs that make you believe the things you believe, that you know you believe on a conscious level. They are completely unconscious. Completely unconscious. That is what a core belief is. Completely unconscious. You are unaware of it, and it controls your fucking life. And it is an accumulation of hundreds of micro beliefs, micro thoughts, that then determine the action and the result you get in life on a 3-dimensional spectrum. Fucking interesting. So I was like, I'm gonna go. I pay for ChatGPT for it. It's $20 a month. And I'm gonna tell ChatGPT everything about my life. And it gave me so much. And this is only some. I'm being very vulnerable and just open here because I think it's important, and I love looking back on these things, and it just fills me with gratitude to know that I'm going to be able to look back on this. But the way I did this was I opened ChatGPT and I used this voice note function, and I sent about 30 voice notes that were all around probably not 30, like 30 voice notes. Some of them were like 30 seconds long. Most of them were like 4 or 5 minutes long. And I broke down about everything that I've been through in my life, where I'm at now. I gave it my morning formula, my visualizations, my journal. I transcripted my YouTube videos. I told it exactly what I do, who I am. I gave it pictures of me. I gave it videos of me. I let it scan everything about my life. And some of the biggest takeaways were limiting beliefs. Sometimes I feel like I'm not attractive enough to deserve a relationship, or I don't have enough time. It's kind of a mix of both. And it kind of made me realize that this is due to my other belief, which was more unconscious, which was I have a desire for control. I have a desire for control. I must be in complete control or things will fall apart. Driven by early life instability. However, this belief creates an excessive burden on yourself, making it hard to trust others or delegate effectively. Rejection defines my worth. I feel the need to get approval from other people. This is why I post these YouTube videos. This is why in every single program I invest in, I must be the best. I must prove myself to the individual that owns the mastermind. And I must prove to myself that I can get above the person that owns the mastermind and then get to the next level. A belief that makes social situations and dating especially challenging, as rejection impacts your self-worth more deeply than it should. If I slip even slightly, I'm not disciplined. This belief pressures you into extremes and doesn't allow for normal human variance. It can create a cycle of binge restriction or extreme adherence. I'm one of the most disciplined individuals I know. I work more than everybody I know. I eat cleaner than everybody I know. But that doesn't serve me as well, because I feel like whenever I do indulge in those things, I must indulge heavily, like as much as possible. And I think this attractiveness thing comes back to the extremist or this perfectionist belief that I have, that everything must be all or nothing, that I must be incredibly attractive or I can't have a relationship. I must have an $1 million a month agency or it's not worth anything. I must be in elite shape. Elite. Like, I look at my physique right now, which I asked ChatGPT, said I'm in pretty good shape. And I look at myself and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you must continue to push. I must be an elite. I want a chiseled six-pack, and I won't accept anything less. Which, yes, has positives, but it also has negatives. I have the power to shape my own reality is an incredible belief. And you know what? That is a belief that I'm aware of on a conscious level. That is a core belief. Because if I have the power to control my own reality, that's going to dictate how I see reality and the way that I believe certain things in my life. Persistence and hard work are my differentiators. Nobody will work harder than me, I know that. My self-worth comes from the value I bring and my integrity. I will always measure my value on the level of integrity I have and the value I bring to everybody I work with. My strengths are discipline, drive, analytics, resilience, and vision. My weaknesses are suppressing emotions, my need for control, overthinking and perfectionism, and an avoidance in relationships. A struggle with vulnerability, likely rooted in a fear of loss or of betrayal, which ties back to my early childhood. It then gave me actions, and I asked it for questions. So I'm going to answer them here. This one, he's already listed them out. This one's stupid. This one, not relevant for this video. Am I giving myself space to be vulnerable with those around me? No. I'd like to say I'm pretty open with my team, but I think I need to spend more time reflecting because I have a tendency to go, 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 go. I'll show you what I mean. I actually made this form and got my team to fill it out. I'm an extremist. I absolutely know it. And I'm going to start reframing the way that I see myself because I control who I am. One thing the parallel universes of self has taught me, the biggest takeaway is I don't create reality. I am reality. The I that supposedly creates reality and reality itself are one and the same thing. Waiting on some kind of evidence of improvement from out there equals being a slave to the out there, because one has forgotten that oneself is the cause of out there. We can't really create anything we view as separate from us. That's why the best things happen in life when we are not busy trying to get them. The shortcut to creating reality or attracting your heart's desires is therefore being the version of yourself that is already experiencing that reality. I put this form in place because I wanted to know what my team thought about me. Strengths, weaknesses. I absolutely agree, all gas, no brakes. Nobody acts as quickly as me. Nobody on this planet. This is why I move so fast. This is why I grow so quickly. This one, disciplined, absolutely smart. I honestly wouldn't see myself as an intelligent individual. I would just say that through discipline, I've acquired intelligence. It wasn't a God-given or like a universal talent or something like that. I truly believe that, I couldn't even tell you the continents of the world, honestly. Weaknesses, too nice, too busy to focus on specific areas of the business, trying to manage everything at once, and doesn't check in on the team at an emotional level. This is one thing that I came to terms with, that I don't check in on the team enough, and all I'm caring about is the next milestone, the next thing that's going to give me more validation, externally and internally, proving to myself and to other people that I'm the best. I must be the best. Leadership due to bias, partially swayed by others, and how he handles conflict because he doesn't know how to make decisions and the consequences that come with it. And he's very hasty with his decisions, making them without thinking due to his good intention of wanting to provide a quick solution. I agree. Sometimes I do things I don't think through, and this screws over, but I kind of disagree with this one, and I'll tell everybody here why. A bad decision in my eyes made quickly is better than no decision at all. Success loves speed. And as a founder, it is my responsibility to bring the team quick solutions and to act and to decide, because nobody else will if I don't. And if I am the one that has to take ownership for the mistakes, which I absolutely do and will, then so be it, because that is what a leader should do. Are you comfortable coming to me with questions and concerns? Yes, I listen, but do not implement right away, which is fair, I'm busy. Partially. Opinions regarding performance and effectiveness, yes, but like everyone else, no one has to deal with being biased towards someone else. And the rest feel that you can't move forward. Aside from that, history speaks for itself, and based on that, it's clear that it makes no sense to go. I'm a little bit lost on that. I don't really know what that means, to be honest. Okay, they have access to everything they need. Are decisions made with the best interest of the company? I think they're done just because we need to fill a role instead of actually vetting based on who's the best fit. Agreed, I've hired too fast, and it screwed us over in the long term. Hire slow, fire fast, and hire slower than you think what slow means. Hire even slower than you think is slow. Your good intentions for the team are admirable, but the way you rush everything is damaging the business. Time and growth aren't keeping pace with you, and that's leading to weaknesses that impact the entire company. This is something we're overlooking to address right now. What I'm saying that Yeah, this one took an ego hit for me. It was a bit long and a bit confusing. I'm pretty tired right now, so I can't really fathom what it's saying. I think I agree with some of it, some not. Yeah, moving on. No. Do you feel motivated and inspired by my leadership? No. You need to be more interested in the teams, why we want what we want, and what's holding us accountable to do what we want. Absolutely agreed. Spend more time helping and supporting the team, finding their intrinsic motivation. You are admiral and no one can be perfect. Making sure workload is evenly dispersed. It's just silly that you think that others don't see the bigger picture, yet you ask them what your weaknesses are, and as your ego prevents you from seeing, they might be taking advantage of you through those weaknesses. Your problem is that you believe you're the smartest person in the room, and while you may have more power, that doesn't equate to being the one who reads the room. Agreed. I'm not the smartest person in the room. Hire carefully. We absolutely need to cultivate a better culture. The fact that a problem reaches your desk shows that your team can't resolve it on their own. To be honest, we're a startup. Like, I think this is somebody we fired that put this, honestly. I agree, giving the team everything they need and letting them solve problems, though. This is a weird video. This is me practicing vulnerability, but fuck it. Hope somebody derives some value from this.